Today, a second teenager was arrested in connection with littering. Now, it's been reported tonight that a transgender woman who'd been serving a jail sentence in an all-male prison has now been moved. Tara Hudson, who lived as a woman in all her adult life, was being held at HMP Bristol after being convicted of assault. Today, her lawyers lost an appeal against her 12-week sentence, but the judge did ask for consideration to be made about where she serves the rest of her sentence. Now, this evening, it's been understood that she has been moved to an all-female prison. Our case raises the issue of how transgender women are being treated. I'm joined now by Michelle O'Toole from Pink News. Good to meet you tonight, Michelle. And it must be welcome news to you that Tara Hudson has been moved to a different prison.
You have no idea. I've been following this all week. I basically got woken up at 5 a.m. on Monday with about 5 messages from my friends telling me what was happening. And it's just been all week trying to get the message out. And it's such a good thing.
Does this happen often?
Yeah, this amongst with many other things. Ben Howlett, Tara's MP, said in the transgender inquiry being held at Parliament recently that there's 100 trans people in prison right now. Many of them will be in the wrong prison right now. So Tara's only just one, and that's not even getting on to the people that can't get their pensions because they don't have a gender recognition certificate, which is why Tara was placed in a men's prison.
It sounds like a very unusual set of circumstances because Tara has lived as a woman all her adult life, hasn't she? She's gone through many, many different stages in terms of her journey. She's had lots of surgeries. So therefore, why would they put her in a male prison? It seems inconceivable, doesn't it?
Well, it's because legal gender is based on your birth certificate and not on anything else. And that's not information that's widely known. So trans people can get their passport changed and their driving licenses and stuff to say female or male or whatever. But then they will get to a position like where they'll get into a situation like Tara has been, where she needs to be legally female to qualify to enter the prison system in the correct prison.
So it's all based basically on her birth certificate, and she needs to get one that's updated. Is it as simple as that?
Yeah, but to get a gender recognition certificate requires 2 years of living in role. They don't really go into much detail on what that means. They ask for a number of evidence in the form of personal documents, passport, bank statements, things like that, which is ludicrous because, you don't prove that you're a man or a woman because of bank statements.
You mentioned that there could be up to 100 transgender people being put in the wrong prison, male or female. And life is hard enough, I'm sure, in prison anyway, whether you've got sympathy for people who are there for whatever reason. But what added pressures will there be on those people?
Well, looking at trans women, because that's what I've been looking at all week,
yeah.
I'm not, but with trans women, it's the same things you would get with any non-trans woman placed in a male prison. There's sexual harassment, which Tara's family have claimed that she has suffered. And that could lead to more physical violence and other nasty things that I'm sure that you can imagine. Like, if you were placed into a men's prison tomorrow, I think you can imagine some of the horrible things that would happen. There's
no reason why she won't get an awful lot of stick for going into a female prison as well. And also, I have to say, she is a convicted felon, isn't she? Does she deserve our sympathy?
When it comes to the crime itself, probably not. But we didn't exactly feel sorry for people who have committed crimes, and we don't punish them by putting them in the wrong prison. That's not part of our legal system. So she was treated very differently because she was transgender. That's what happened here. And the question is whether you value transgender identities or not. This week, the government has proved that to a point they don't. They only caved in this one case because of public pressure. But legally, they called Tara Hudson a man this week, and they have called a woman in Scotland a man when she tried to get her pension, and she was born when it was unequal, she couldn't get her pension.
Okay, we have to leave it there. Michelle, thank you very much for joining us.